the big man from Minnesota. But
All right.
Hannibal,
Well,
really, I could beat him. I mean, I don't think I'll have any problem. I'm in third place, Chief.
awesome. So we're back on now with the fans. And
Okay.
before both of our phones got cut off, there's some connection issues with the heat wave in Oregon. I couldn't log back on with you, but you were talking about Patera. He had something to say about rooming with you when he did his interview with me, and you wanted to address that.
Yeah, I think he's more. I think he's working. I really do. Because I remember he was going through a McDonald's line or something, and got a bunch of trouble for hamburgers, stealing some hamburgers. I think it was Mr. not Mr. Fuji, but
Mr.
Saito.
Saito, yeah.
Yeah, and they done a number on a couple of kids. They probably were scared half to death. But other than me and Kenny, never. I mean, I love Kenny so much. We had a great time. One thing it could have been, I gave my notice because I was opening up my gym and I was going through some land blasting times back then. Um, there was some homicides that were going on that were unsolved, but wouldn't get into that later. But I just, want to tell Kenny, hey, if you're really serious, I don't know why, but if you are, I just want to tell you, man, I think you're working. Uh, you got my number. I still think you do. We were trying to get the CT convinced, and we lost that case. That's the last time I heard from Kenny. And I don't know. He must be close to 80 now, or getting close to it. I'm 69. So, Kenny, just ever gets out to you, hey, look, I love you, man. And he's not. He's really working. I know he is.
Well, as I said, I think it's this Thursday I'm interviewing him. This Thursday at 10 p.m. So I'll bring it up.
Yeah, just tell him how much I love him. I mean, he lives in Minnesota, and I live in Port. He used to live in Port.
Okay.
And his family is just amazing athletes. Handball. I mean, one they played for San Francisco 49ers. One was a field goal kicker. One was a coach for the Seattle Seahawks for about 6 years. Jack Patera. I mean, everybody can look it up on the internet. It's there. What an athletic family. And I mean, I think they were the best wrestling, football families of all time. And then he had some big company there.
And it was actually Ken that helped get Ric Flair into wrestling. And right now, as we speak, Ric Flair is doing a gimmick where he's having his last match. Have you heard anything about this whole thing that he's doing one last match supposedly in Nashville tonight?
Yeah, I did hear about it. And
Obviously, you're not that interested as you're not watching it.
well, you know where I caught it at? It was on the news, sports. It was on the ABC Sports. I mean, so it must be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I think for an indie show they have about 9,000 tickets sold. So I mean, it's making some news. Did you have much interaction with Flair over the years?
Yeah, I like Flair. I think that I screwed my own pooch because it was Terry Von Erich and I. The magazines you can see, me or him, we're going to be world champs in the NWA back in the early '80s, and he made it first. I was supposed to go second. Sold out the Coliseum in Portland, 14,000 people. But I had just had that chip with Crockett, and I cannot blame the NWA for not putting the World Championship on me that day in the Memorial Coliseum. I got no problem with it because it was basically my fault. You don't just leave territories and walk out. But I had a lot of money at that time, and I just it was my fault. Yeah, it's my fault. So what can I say?
Did you make more money from wrestling or drug dealing over the years?
Oh my God, um, drug dealing by about 40 to 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where
That's
was the
the autobiography.
where was the stuff coming from that you were selling? Was it Colombian or was it being made in the U.S.?
No, it was Colombian, Pablo Escobar, and then it was being shipped everywhere. Basically, and he had these zones that you couldn't touch, and if you did, like one family, you'd come up headless, and you definitely you did your thing, you paid your money, you were always on time, and when it comes time for payouts, if you were short, depending on how much you were short, if they knew you, they liked you, or they kill you. But I always had good terms with Barry Seal, and so I was one of the lucky ones. There was many that were not so lucky. And it's a stupid thing to do, and I did it. And what can I say, animals?
I'm actually going to Colombia in October.
You're going to Colombia?
Yeah, in October.
You mean like the Bogota, Colombia?
What's the town? Where exactly are we going? Medellin?
Yeah, that's where it was.
Oh, cool. I hear that the crime's a lot less there now.
Just tell them to be careful, man.
It's gonna be it's my 40th birthday trip, so.
Well, I already know what that is. October 16th.
Yeah, so when you call me this year, I'll be in Colombia.
Well, I call you every year. I did call you this year, and it just didn't get to you like this. But I tried my damnedest, cannibal.
Did you know Brickhouse Brown much? Someone's asking thoughts on Brickhouse Brown and drugs in Portland.
Yes, I did. I had a real good reputation, and not reputation, but we got along real good. Brickhouse stayed at my house and watched over a few things, but when he wasn't wrestling, and I was, he wasn't for a while, and he'd watch over everything, and I'd take care of him. And when he passed away, I was, it just hurt really bad because if he got to know Brickhouse, he wouldn't have hurt anybody. But he told the truth, and a lot of people thought that he was full of shit. But no, he was telling the truth about everything he said that I know. And he was there at the window fight. That I was trying to say there might be a new one right there, but I'm going to go ahead and text him over to you. It's kind of bugging me a little bit because I don't want to be like not credible, but that's been almost 35 years ago.
Yeah, time just zooms by. Did you get along with Jake Roberts?
Jake the Snake?
Yes.
Oh God, yeah. I loved him, and I'll tell you just a quick one on this. Who really helped him out a great deal and really needs a pat on the back is Diamond Dallas Page. I was there in '89, and I worked the show. And I see his very first match was with the big guy who wrestled in Japan. And if you know who I mean, he's so big, and he wrestled in Japan, had all these beautiful moves, and it's just part of probably a little bit of CTE right here. I can't think of it.
Gary Albright, Stan Hansen.
He was about 6'7" and about 290.
Oh, Giant Baba.
God, you're close. No, he was an American from Tampa.
Danny Spivey.
I'll text it in to you.
Danny Spivey.
No, not Danny. Danny was already working at the time with Scott Hall in Tampa. And too bad about Scott. I was hurt by that. He was going down that wrong way road for a long time, and I just feel very bad about that because we always get on good.
Was it Killer Khan?
I wish I could tell you the name.
Killer Khan?
What he did. Go ahead again.
Killer Khan?
Not Killer Khan. He was 24 years old, and I'm really ashamed of myself that I cannot think of this guy's name because he was the best big man in the business, in my opinion, other than yourself. And I just can't think of his name. So let me go on to this. This guy could tip up to the second rope and grab the top rope, get up to the top rope, his next move, and then tip up and go backwards, land on his feet, and do the reverse drop kick. And he was 280, 290 pounds. And this other guy was so good. Anyway, we better go on to something else. I very rarely forget names. I'm very sorry, Hannibal.
It's okay. Well, you know what? That we've given the fans 2 sections today. And how about I do the interview with Ken Patera on Thursday, and we'll see what he says. And then maybe next Sunday we could have you back on and get your response to whatever Ken Patera says about you.
Yeah. Well, I don't care what he says. We're getting too old. He's almost 80.
Oh, I don't think he's going to say anything
70.
bad. I'll try and mediate it.
Yeah. And just, like I said, they're great athletic family, and I love him. But there's nobody in the business that I've ever seen without people thinking I'm kissing your ass to tell you that you are the best in the business, heavyweight, and they gave you a raw deal. They didn't push you, and I have never understood why. Ever.
Well, I appreciate it, but as I said, I'm making my own path now. And you created a Twitter recently. I know it's just starting, but that's your real Twitter, right? Or did you close that again?
No, that's the real Twitter. And,
okay, I see it. It's called @RealBJ Haynes, RealBJHaynes. So,
yeah, Devin, and what I'm going to do is start probably the 1st of August or the 2nd week of August. It was just a horrific June and July for me and my family. So,
well, I'm really sorry to hear about that, but I'm glad that I was able to reconnect with you, and I'm glad it looks like you're going to be getting a toy coming out. So that's cool. The fans will be excited about that. And as I said, hopefully now that we're back, you could check in with the fans more often, and they could you could get your opinions out to them, because I know they love hearing from you on this channel.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Hannibal. You've helped a lot, and I don't want to lose track of this fight. I really do want to fight him. He may laugh or shrug it off, but I do want to fight him. I think I know all the fights I've had. I've had over 400 or 500 rounds with the best fighters in the world, and I may have had my ass kicked, but this guy, a wrestler, is not even in the same class as heavyweight pro. He's a hell of a UFC 3-time fighter, but there is no takedowns, just only. And people might shy on that, but hey, that's SOB to hang in there with these guys. So people might laugh, like I say, but they won't laugh when the fight is done.
No, but as I said, he's making $12 million a year. I think that's going to be your toughest part, but I will keep pushing it, and we wish you luck on that. And is there anything you want to just say to the fans to wrap it up for today? And we'll have you back on soon.
Yeah, hey, thanks a lot, Hannibal. As always, the fans it's what makes pro wrestling go, and it's also what still number one draw over anything. So it's the fans that have made pro wrestling number one by a long shot. I mean, they're so far out there that I'm just amazed, and I honestly wish that nothing would have happened to Vince. Because it I hope it doesn't bring wrestling down a couple of notches. And he's got capabilities of his family to take over.
He still owns 80% of the stock, and it's still his daughter and son-in-law running the company. So he might not be publicly in charge of it, but he'll still be pulling the strings as far as what I believe.
Oh, absolutely! You're exactly right there. He'll still be pulling the strings, and I wish he wouldn't have done what he did, but he did, and he'll have to pay the price for it. But
hey, I'm impressed he was still having affairs at 77 years old. How many 77-year-olds are doing that?
Well, I'm right now tipping the scales about in wrestling. I was 280, 290 on steroids. I haven't taken steroids since Christmas of 87. Christmas of 87. And 240, 235. And my endurance is really good. It's just, I'm going to be back in the boxing ring in about 3 weeks, and we'll see what happens with Lesnar. I'm sure you don't like a guy like me calling him out, but I'm not just calling him out. I'm going to knock him out. And if he doesn't want to fight, well, this is going to be a big money fight. There'll be a lot of people interested. If he don't want to fight, then I would have to call him a chicken chip, because what are you going to be afraid of a 69-year-old man?
Yeah.
If he's never been in with a boxer like me, you don't ever forget it, Hannibal. You know that. You can still wrestle right now, 40, probably better, or you're 39, right?
I'm 39, but I can still beat up 20-year-olds. I can beat up. I could still go. I'm wrestling again, actually, September 3rd. I'm stepping back in the ring, but it's going to be in Patera, Ontario. More information on that is at thehannibaltv.com for anyone watching. But Billy, thanks for checking in with us, and we'll check in with you again next week. Thank you for watching The Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video, then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news.